Recording in progress.
All right, thanks everyone for joining us today. We'll get started this afternoon with Carter Mazur. Please let us know in the chat if you'd like to ask a question. And we'll start with Ted Colfin.
Hey Carter, how excited are you just to be here and experiencing this and all?
Yeah, this is pretty special to me, especially being from Michigan and growing up a Detroit Red Wings fan, and to finally be a part of it, it's pretty special in a way, so can't really put any words to it.
Does this kind of give you like more fuel to like, oh yeah, I want to get up here and stuff like that?
I would say it does for sure. You're playing against the best players in the world right now, playing against kids that are drafted before you, drafted behind you, but that doesn't really matter because you're all here for a different reason. And I would say that being here, seeing everyone play really does give you more fuel to get to where you want to be.
The last one, just, I don't know, what stood out so far these first couple days or?
Yeah, I would say just being with each other. I feel like you're meeting new people, people from different countries. I would say that really stood out to me, meeting just a ton of great guys that you had no clue about, so I would say that.
Good deal, thanks.
Ansar Khan.
Hey Carter, just how did your first year in college go?
Yeah, it went really pretty well. Winning the national championship was pretty special, especially freshman year. You don't expect to come in and make such a big difference on a team, but I felt like it went pretty well, and I was pretty excited about how our team finished the end of the year by winning.
In what ways did your game grow there?
Yeah, I would say my game grew a lot. I felt like I came in the year not expecting a lot out of myself, and went in and expected a lot out of myself actually, so that changed a lot, and I felt like I grew a lot physically. I grew a lot mentally, especially studying, like doing school with hockey, so that kind of added a lot to my play, to really my mental game, so I feel like that had a really good impact on it. So
As far as feedback that you've gotten from the Red Wings, just what have they told you as far as what they're looking for you to do, as far as what areas to focus on here going forward?
yeah, so I really haven't talked to them that much about it yet because we really haven't had extra meetings, but I feel like they're gonna just say to keep working on every area of my game. Every area of your game can get better no matter what, so that's just how I view it.
Kevin Allen.
Yeah, Carter, I think the people commenting on your game this year said that you're even edgier, more grit than even they thought. Is that something that you decided consciously, or did it just evolve like that? Have you been inclined to do that your whole career?
No, I would say it started, when I was younger. I was playing 2 years up, so I felt like having an edge to my game, playing 2 years up, like you kind of have to. You might as well, you're going against bigger people, might as well try to get under their skin and just, I feel like also doing that, it's more fun for me. I feel like getting under people's skin, having them come after me, like draw penalties, stuff like that, really is something fun with hockey, so I enjoy that.
Did you dial it up at all this year? Because it seemed like people thought you were even more edgier.
Yeah, I wouldn't say I did. I would say, honestly, it was probably less than what I did in junior hockey, but I feel like I just stuck to my same, how I always play, and just kept it the same way, so.
You are also a scorer as well. Do you find that the edgier you play, the more opportunities you get? Is that?
I honestly would say, because I usually find myself scoring in net front, and usually that's where everyone is to start scrums and all that, so that's usually where I find myself. So, and then I would say playing edgier really does bring a different element to my game, to where it makes me become more, I would say, open, like in some spots that people might not want to come around. So
Dan Cleary told the story yesterday about you were going through a little bit of a goal drought, and you had talked to him, and they got you some clips on how to score. He said he wasn't sure whether that was it or it was just the confidence. But what made you decide to, ask Dan for a little bit of help?
yeah, so they're just really good resources for me, and I just feel like they're the Detroit Red Wings. They know a lot of things that I probably don't know, so might as well ask them and set up a call and just pick their brains about things. He's been in the NHL for many years, so I feel like he knows a lot more than me about that stuff, so I might as well ask him.
And what did you pick up out of it? Did you?
I picked up just a lot of just smart things, like just being in the right areas, being a lot more patient, finding like open areas, just little things like that you don't really think about that much, but when he says it's something that you really want to listen to.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Jonathan Mills.
What's been kind of the biggest realization now that you've been on here with the prospects and other players for the last day or two?
I would say just putting on the Red Wings jersey. That's something that I've grown up watching the Detroit Red Wings since I was probably 4, remembering all the players that came through here, probably been to this camp, so now to finally be a part of this camp, it's just really special to me.
And over the next few days, what are you hoping most to kind of take away from everything?
I would say a lot of things. I would feel like, especially on ice, skating coaches here are unbelievable, skills coach are unbelievable. So just to bring those things back to school in my next year, just to bring everything together, and then also a bunch of knowledge. We've been doing a lot of meetings, like nutrition meetings, learning how to cook. We're gonna do boxing soon, so just all those things are just gonna be pretty good to know. So.
Thank you.
Helene St. James?
Well, actually, I want to ask you about the nutrition. Do you find yourself, when you're shopping or whatever, looking at the nutrition box and saying, oh no, too much sugar, or?
Honestly, with how my body is, I don't really look at that. I'm just trying to eat whatever I can to put on weight right now. But I would say I've started to get to that because I just moved into a house in Denver, so I feel like cooking now is probably the best option for me to do that. And when I start looking at things like that, it really does help me like break down what I really need for my body and what I don't.
You've had the nutrition course with Lisa, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so what do you think of that?
I've had a lot of nutrition course, so it's kind of all the same thing to me in a way, but it was just really helpful. And then also someone that's also helpful is my mom. She's also helps with my nutrition a lot. She's a nutritional doctor or whatever, and she really helps me with that stuff. So.
Is there one particular food you really like where you just don't want to hear that it's not good for you? Or you just...
I would have to think about that. I can't really answer that right now, but yeah.
Last question, Max Boltman.
Hey Carter, I'm on the screen here. I just wanted to ask you about playing with Shai Buium this last year. How did you see his game grow over the course of the season?
Yeah, Shai, he's one of my best friends at Denver, so he grew a lot. Like, he came into the year not really doing that much, I would say, and then he started to figure out his role on the team, and he really started to take off towards the end of the year when it really mattered, and that's kind of what stood out to me, just his work ethic in the weight room, his work ethic on the ice, just everything about his game really came together towards the end of the year.
To have a defenseman with kind of hands like he has on the blue line, what dimension can that add to a team and eventually to the Red Wings?
Yeah, well, it added a lot to our team. I think his game's really sets a team up for success, and then you saw it at Denver, like, we won really because of him. He's just an unbelievable D-man, just knows how to work the blue line, can get open anywhere, can use his size, skill together. So I feel like with all those intangibles, he can just really help a team.
And then last thing, who got more screen time during the Frozen Four, you or your brother?
I would have to say my brother there, actually. That's awesome.
Thanks, Carter.
Thank you.
All right, those are all the questions we had today for Carter. We'll be back shortly with Sebastian Kosa.
Recording stopped.